Hello everybody, Redokkan here. Welcome to another Dokkan battle video. So I'm thinking about the videos that I'm doing, and I gotta pre-schedule some of these. I don't know if this video is gonna go after the Super ECAs and ECA showcases that I got, things like that of that nature, because I do have to make sure to sit down and focus on those, because there's a lot of things that I need to do and a lot of videos I gotta upload. So let's get started with this. This is a conversation that came out a few days ago, at least on my end, last night. That's when all of this shebang came out. But for me, maybe for you guys, it might be a little bit later on, because maybe you guys are already knowledgeable about the subject that has been going on recently, because we have been getting some interesting details. So we had the data download happen, and a lot of people were seeing some of these like in-game banners that pop up on your phones, like on Dokkan's main screen. It shows these little banners, and they have a expiration date, or like dates when these banners go away. I'll show you guys in a second. I decided to save this because this is something that could come up soon. So we have these like two IDs that are popping up, right? The very obvious TUR ECA and then a very possible LR ECA. Those were for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and LR Vegeta and Trunks, who by the time that this video goes up, I don't know if they're out, I don't know if they have been announced, things like that. These are all speculations that have happened before I was able to like push the announcement or like push the whole video out, because I was unfortunately too late for this. And then of course we do have some other characters coming in, another LR ECA or 3 Super ECAs coming in, and a new LR and a TUR. So with this came the question, are we definitely getting a part 3 for this celebration? We don't know, but it popped a very interesting question there. So further going along with Proton's like discovery for the IDs and stuff like that. Shouts to Proton, by the way. Go ahead and check him out. Link is in the description. We got these news, right? So another possibility that they realized that the warning should have been there during the 10th anniversary. Now the 10th anniversary did show these details, right? These little images of characters that can be exchanged with the coins. Now there's that, you know, it happened during the anniversary itself. It's happening during the Global Dokkan campaign. That these announcements are very vivid right there. They're now available. You can be able to check them out and stuff like that. However, we had this little announcement right here, shouts to Froggy, saying that the Japan's announcement was kept the notice during the 10th anniversary, while Global did not. So they basically took that away during the 10th anniversary, and it was listed right here. Shouts to Minato. Basically, this is the following tweet, right? Make sure to proc it up here. So it was noticeable that Japan kept this, or like the JP version kept this little notice here. Meanwhile, the global version, Global removed the announcement itself. So it says that the Part 2 Global Dokkan campaign notice is the exact same on both versions. With this, we can basically, there was the foretelling of if we are getting a Part 3, are we able to use those characters? Are we able to use the main coins that we have gotten throughout the celebration to exchange for those new characters? And of course, that is a no, because JP was able to do the same thing. Super Saiyan 3 DAIMA Vegeta dropped at around the after party, I would say, for the anniversary. It kind of dropped in like March, right? So let me look up Vegeta real quick, Vegeta's family. And then we look over here for Super Saiyan 3 Mini DAIMA Vegeta. He dropped on the 4th of March, which by then the anniversary was still going. The anniversary was still heading on. So we were thinking to ourselves, like, is this like an indication? Like, what are they going to do in the future? Like, are there going to be releases happening in the midst of a celebration as a whole? And will it count, right? Because this is basically this is the Dokkan Fest after the anniversary. It falls with like Ginyu, the Super 17, things like that. And characters like these don't, like, right now we're just seeing the whole starting point of the anniversary with the sync on Global and JP, and we're seeing that these characters were not able to get obtained via the same coins, because these guys were carnival, not applicable to get exchange for carnival coins and things like that. Same as with these news, right? The whole premise of this came up with a news on Dokkan. So I would like to see if we got news for the banners. Actually, no, these are. So yeah, during the global Dokkan campaign 2025, new coins can be obtained during the Dokkan Festival and Legendary Siren Carnivals. So this is all tried and true. We've seen it. We've been able to exchange some characters for like the newest units, right? These are the things we've seen. However, there's some notices here. If I can be able to try to find these, right? Characters who are exchangeable, available for exchange. Of course, these are the new characters in here. Then this comes through. More characters will become available for exchange as new summon events are released during the campaign period. Now, this is typical because, you know, Gogeta released and Omega Shenron released, and the coins that we garnered during part 1, during the summons, of course, you can use them for the part 2 characters. It's the same way that people have been able to obtain characters in the right then and there. However, this indicates that even more characters will be made available during the campaign period. So we're like sensing to ourselves, like, is there something else coming? Like, are we getting more content out of this? Like, are we getting more new units dropping during these celebrations? I would say that this has been noticeable for a while, because we've seen this image pop up during the anniversary and it's not shown. So Global was able to remove this info, or this like detail, where we can be able to, like, I don't know if I can translate it because we will have to look back in the actual announcement itself when the JP celebration was going on. I would like, let me see if I can find it real quick. All right, so I found the news where it shows that info. I was trying to find the other one in comparison to this one, but basically this is from the Global Dokkan campaign, this little image right here. But the one that it's in comparison of is between this one and the Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku, the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and the Evolution Blue Vegeta. That's what they're talking about here. So on the anniversary side on Global, if I'm gonna have to try to find it, they removed that. They removed that news, right? So let me see if I can be able to find it real quick to see what we're talking about here. I of course will have to search the units can be obtained with the coins and things like that. So it'll take me a bit because the banner image is completely different, right? I'm not seeing it here. It might not show here. Okay, yeah, like I'm going way too back. But yeah, like the image itself, or like the little banner where it shows that you can be able to exchange those coins, is not visible actually. So let me see if we can scout her out a bit more, see if I can be able to try to find it. Doesn't say, no. The part 2 units, let me see, there should be info whenever the part 2 units actually came in and stuff. I mean, yeah, technically speaking, I've been trying to find the notice and it's not available. Like the little banner image itself talking about the units that can be exchanged with pity coins and things like that, it's not listed here. So they took it down during the anniversary, but of course during the Global Dokkan campaign, since we have it here, it is available. So that was the little news flash that they were talking about. But in addition to that, it doesn't necessarily disprove any potential for the part 3 LR either, based on the ID that's in the data, because it's in the data itself. We know that something is going to happen, right? This is certainly going to possibly be a thing because it's in the data. We are possibly going to be expecting something else coming in, right? We will have to wait and see exactly. And then of course, to clarify, that we also have these, which I'm going to show in a second. Yeah, Dokkan could be full of surprises there. Let me give it like to Froggy. Part 3 is still very possible. There's no confirmation on it. There's still a lot of things to suggest that the celebration will last until the 18th, due to the fact that these banners that are shown or listed here are going to disappear. So he made a thread of all the like banners during the global Dokkan campaign, like the home menu banners shown listed there. There are some dates in here that list when these events are gonna go away. So this one went away, but this was for the update for the new stages. This one is, again, it went away because of the update of the new stages, same as this. We did recently get this. We're still with this, I believe, for like a few more days, the training in the clouds. I believe it's still going to get updated due to the fact that there's some items that we can exchange for the proof of mastery treasure item. I believe it's for tickets, right? And then of course some of the banners and some of the things leave on the 8th. This is going to leave on the 11th. The banners also going to leave on the 11th as well, at least these ones, which is pretty interesting that they're going to stay longer than these ones. Then ECA banners, things like that, events are most likely going to be leaving on the 11th. And then some of the miscellaneous stuff like ECA, Super ECAs, events, things like that do leave on the 18th. So it comes to see that like we could see some stuff coming up on the like 8th of August, which should be somewhat of the closing periods of the celebration as a whole, rather than the 18th, right? Because we were able to see here most of the events are most likely going to leave on the 8th, right? This is going to be leaving on the 8th. This global Dokkan campaign, the global Dokkan campaign banner thing ends. It might dictate the end of the celebration too, to have it on the 8th, but we're getting some additional things lasting a week or 10 days later than that. So it might suggest that we could get some part 3 notices after the 8th. Maybe we get like a week or so of content regarding, you know, DAIMA, which is looking likely to be the theme of it. But again, it's all within the realms of like checking in if this is completely certain that's going to happen during the celebration due to the whole IDs that we're getting through this section here. So if it is going to happen, like if we're going to get this, like, yeah, it could be an indication that part 3 might pop up for us. So but that's just a theory, a game theory, right? But yeah, shouts to these boys, of course. Shouts to Minato, shouts to Proton, shouts to Froggy for letting us know of these little details here. We got to keep an eye out for this, like this little newsletter. If it does go away, which let me see, it doesn't, yeah. This says that this leaves on the 18th. So if it does leave on the 18th, that means that we're still possibly able to get something because of the fact that the celebration does end, or that the little banner thing ends on the 8th of August. And we are definitely going to still keep this until the 8th, because I don't know if they removed this picture entirely when we got the new banners. And then once we got the new banners, this refresh into something new. But it's all, it can be a possibility. We can see it happening down the line. So, but yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this little theory here that's been popping up, creeping up on us. Global we could certainly see a part 3 coming in, creeping in, especially with some of these like missing ECA characters that we thought we were going to get those during the celebration, right? Let me see this. After tonight's new stages, the home screen banner for Perfect Cooperation Team Battle, yeah, it did get added. So that was obvious. There's also this right here. I did want to bring it up because this was for the announcement that JP did keep the announcement for this like coin campaign. I actually do need to check if I can look way back because this is of course the global celebration one. JP might have of course like ditched it or like deleted it. We'll have to like keep looking. I looked on the global version. Oh yeah, it did. They did, because we were looking this on the global version. And of course I will have to check when the banners came in for part 2. That is when we can be able to see the origins of that. So if we have the banners, it doesn't even show the banners. It just completely jumps to like part 3. and I'm going by order here. So like it completely skips out. It, like the banner notices and the details for part 2 just disappear in like those little pages. So it does seem like it. Meanwhile, JP did keep theirs. So this is the notice on JP about the whole coin stuff. Global did not keep the notice. And of course, this updated until the 25th. Now, the anniversary celebration, if we do follow along with the news on JP, when did the anniversary like wrapped up for us? Basically on the 3rd. And they kept that notice until the 25th. That could mean that, you know, the timetable of you to be able to exchange those coins into the normal Dokkan Festival / Carnival coins, that could also be a thing. But also, if we go in game real quick, these units can be exchanged until we have 19 days left. So if we count all the way, like 19 days left, we count 2 weeks. Yeah, we had 2 weeks there. So that's the 12th of August. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So Sunday morning, or like Sunday night, is when these guys, like, we only have that limit to exchange these characters for. So maybe the anniversary had a bigger gap for that, but it does make sense. Like if we do, like maybe it was until the 25th of March where we can be able to exchange these characters for these coins that we have like listed here, and the ending date or the ending period of it was on the 25th of March. Maybe we also have that period for global, like the 18th is until you can be able to exchange your coins for, and there won't be any like new units added in there. That could also be another theory, right? But he also lists here like, is there a cash version of the global part 1 notice anywhere? Now that he's curious about it, if the global had it on part 1 at all. But they did have a copy of the JSON file of the part 1 notice on the 10th anniversary on global, and it was there, and they did intentionally remove it. So yeah, more characters will become available for exchange as the new summon events are released during the celebration period, which in regards, during the anniversary, it didn't happen. Like if it did happen on part 1, like yes, this Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, these were the part 1 characters. So if they did remove it on part 2, or they removed it for the part 2 because they had to update this, we could still see something like get that page, we could see it updated for the part 3 characters, if there even is going to be a part 3. But yeah, that's a little bit of an extra speculation there, so that is pretty interesting. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of these little theories that are popping up here on social media regarding a part 3 celebration. Would you guys summon for like a part 3 character? Who knows, right? Because they didn't complete the set, right? We had the previous instance of like having 2 banners of 3 like main headliners during these part 2 stuff, so they can unleash like maybe like another Dokkan Fest and another Carnival or during these celebrations. Imagine. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this. I'm possibly gonna try to upload this during the mid sections of the ECA releases, because again, I'm pre-recording this. I'm possibly gonna be away by this video's upload. We'll see. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know your theories down in the comments below. I'll see you guys all in the next one.